Now, power outages in the Merafong municipality's Ward 12 have reportedly had a deadly impact on one family there, particularly people who rely on home oxygen machines. Community activists say the area has had no power for weeks. Residents are also accusing the local council of unjustified electricity bills. Ziniko Mhlaba is in Kutsong for us this morning. Ziniko, good afternoon. It seems the issues around the story are wide-ranging, but already one person has died directly as a result of these power cuts.
And that's what we've been getting from the residents of Kutsong throughout the day. And of course, at the heart of the problems mentioned by these residents is the issue of a transformer that had, its own technical challenges that led then to a complete shutdown of electricity in this particular community. And of course, this is a substation in which that transformer, had serious problems at. And as we are talking right now, there is a huge truck that is seemingly, transporting a replacement transformer. But the question then becomes whether is it not too late, and of course if it's the right size or not, because there had been temporary transformers that had been, commissioned by the municipality, but they could not last due to other reasons, whether capacity and many other reasons. So that is the situation. I am joined now, by Mr. Moloja. Thank you very much. And please come closer, my brother, as we are talking about this particular. I'm not sure, say, if you've been following our coverage throughout the day. The residents themselves are saying that about 7 people lost their lives between June and today due to not having access to electricity, especially those who are using oxygen-related machines. I'm seeing this transformer coming through right now. How do you feel about this particular moment, considering the lives which have been lost, and whether this transformer is going to solve and prevent more lives being lost?
Look, I think the issue of people who have lost their lives was even raised yesterday in council. Both the Speaker of Council and the Chief Whip, who's also a ward committee, a ward councillor in Ward 12, where the challenge is also being experienced of electricity, including the other councillor of Ward 3. So there has been these reports, and we must say that we, as a municipality, we don't take them lightly. Both council requested that the addresses of the affected families be provided. The reason why they have said this is because when the electricity crisis happened, both the MMC of Health and Social Development, Councillor Ernest Diban, engaged in a process to identify, together working with the councillor of the ward here, engaged in the process to identify those people who are using oxygens so that they can be provided with support.
But the residents are saying they've been reaching out to the municipality, and they're saying that no official has attended to any of those families. Why has that been the case?
We don't have such a report except the 3 families which reached out to the councillor, and they were provided with oxygen tanks by the municipality. We must indicate, by the way, when that happened, we first started with the hospitals to say, can the hospitals provide that support? The hospitals indicated that they are limited in terms of their capacity. What they have is in the ICU, and it can be removed, therefore. And the municipality, as part of the interventions, then provided support through its own arrangement, because the loss of life should be prevented in such an instance. Yeah. That is why I'm saying to you, 3 families. Actually, there were about 7 names which were raised. However, when the municipality went to deliver this, they could only deliver in the ward for 3 families. Yeah. Other families were not in the ward. And we said, no. This can't be the case, because the ward that is affected is Ward 12 and Ward 3. So if you are not in the ward, you are in town, then there is no need for you to be provided with this support, because you are not affected by the electricity crisis. Yeah. So we are still waiting I'm saying yesterday there was a council meeting where this issue was also raised, and the respective councillors were requested to submit the names, to submit the addresses. Till today they have not submitted, but we believe and must also continue to encourage them to submit this information to both the councillor, including the office of the mayor and the speaker. That information must reach us.
Let's talk about why did it take so long for this transformer to arrive here. The deadline, according to the initial statement, which was issued by the municipality, spoke about the 3rd of July and a much earlier days than today. Why did it take so long? Maybe wouldn't have lost any life. Can you explain the process that it had to take municipality such a long time to deliver this transformer?
No, correct. And I think we'll continue to apologize to residents of the city who are affected by the electricity crisis. One is that there was an indication earlier that a transformer will be delivered and be commissioned. Unfortunately, when that transformer arrived, it failed on site. It arrived here and it failed on site. And following that, there was then the subsequent communication that was issued by the municipality that says a transformer will arrive today. And why did this happen? One, we must accept that the transformer which has been placed here previously is 5 MVA. 5 MVA is quite smaller for capacity of this substation. And subsequent to that, when this thing was picked up, the municipality then undertook a process to get a bigger transformer of 10 MVA, twice the size of the previous one.
But one will say, was it not tested? Was it not measured? Because when you go and commission and apply for a particular machine, you need to provide the size that you needed that is going to fit this facility. Why was that not done?
No, the size has been fitting. The size has been correct.
So why did it fail on site?
No, it failed on... Remember, this is what happens with transformers. Transformer gets tested where is being repaired or where is being manufactured. When it arrives here, it also gets to be tested again. So even this one that is just arriving here, it will still have to undergo test before it's commissioned. That is the technical process that is undertaken. What happens with the 5 NVA? The 5 NVA works well in the summer season. Unfortunately, during winter, because of the electricity demands in winter, it gets to be overwhelmed.
Let me bring in one last question before we close. There's someone who's watching. They are hearing us saying there is a transformer. When can the residents receive the electricity, considering the fact that we are saying it still needs to be tested? What time frames are we looking at right now?
Look, the time frames that we have given to the communities in the last update is that a bigger transformer is going to arrive today, is going to be commissioned between today and hope by Sunday we expect it to be, the lights to be switched on. But however, we must indicate that process, it depends on the technical side of things. If things don't go according to the expectations, we'll communicate. But our expectation is that by Sunday, the lights will be on. Later.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moloja, for your time, sir.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much, sir. That's Mr. Moloja. They're saying that, well, if things go according to plan, lights will be on by Sunday. But very important, saying that even this one still has to go, it still needs to be tested on site. And should there be any problems, unfortunately, it will take even much longer time, to have electricity in this particular water. So that has been the situation where lives have been lost. But the municipality is saying that they are working on a plan. There is a transformer that just arrived, but still needs to be tested. So that's where we leave things for now. Back to you, Michelle.
Yeah, Ziniko, it's one of those incidents where an apology just will not cut it. Ziniko Mhlaba tracking that story for us. And of course, we've got breaking news for you. If you were waiting for information on FlySafair and those negotiations, they have now ended the strike, and FlySafair is saying that this brings them back to full capacity. All aircraft will be returning to active duty, schedules will be normalized, and the stabilization of airfares as well in the coming weeks, with more seats becoming available across the network. It's just gone a touch after 1:30. Let's give you a reminder of your headline stories this afternoon. Professor Feroz Kachalia has his work cut out for him as he officially assumes leadership of South Africa's embattled police ministry. As the 30% tariff imposed on South Africa by the US takes effect this month, government says it's pulling out all the stops to avert job losses. And Deputy President Paul Mashatile says he has accepted the parliamentary fine for not declaring a diamond gift and will abide by the Ethics Committee ruling.
from Joburg. Okay, thanks.
Stephanie, hi, it's Michelle Craig. Can you hear me?
Hi, Michelle. Yes, I can.
Great. Thank you for your time.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. And you? It's been a long time.
Oh. There's a saying in Afrikaans, goeie goed is skaars goed. So,
Well, I'll take it. I'll take it.